All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are super excited that you're here tonight. It is January 28th. I mean, I don't know about you, but this month has just flown by for me. And we are having so much fun with Partner Co. I have been blown away by just the momentum that we are in as a company. It is absolutely phenomenal. So, I got introduced to this brand when I saw a post, and the product that was being talked about were these two little bottles of drops. And one of the things that continually started coming up in the posts were things like, how the drops helped with all of these symptoms that you see here. You guys, I am almost 55 years old. I had every single one of these symptoms when I was introduced to the product a year and a half ago. I did not have adult acne. I have had that in my adult life, but I didn't have it at that time. But I had every single one of these symptoms. So we are not going to make any medical claims here or any income claims. But what I am going to share with you are what happened with me personally. I started using the drops, and I saw a shift immediately. I started feeling better, having better sleep. My metabolism was shifting, my mobility. I like more energy. I was so much, I'll tell you the truth. I am a kinder person when I use the drops. I have so much more joy and laughter because of the incredible ingredients in the drops. Like rhodiola is one of them, and it makes the drops happy for me. So I have seen a huge difference with the drops. I'm down 25 pounds. I still have more that I'm on a journey. Everyone's journey is different, but I am definitely enjoying better sleep and just incredible results because of the drops. And my labs are reflecting that I'm getting healthier every day with the drops. So what is Partner Co? Who is Partner Co? We are a debt-free company. We're in over 50 markets around the world. We have a solid infrastructure, and we are one of the leaders in the industry. We have the most incredible founders and owners, Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. And what I love is that we have products that help real people get real results with the product and with the business. So what is really fascinating is that we have all these products. The drops are our viral product in many markets around the world. But we have products that target each one of these categories that you see here, whether it's hormone support or protein or immunity, detox. Whatever you see listed here, we have products in this space. And each one of these categories by themselves is a multi-billion, with a B, dollar industry in the wellness space, which means that these products are spanning just like all of the mega trends that are happening globally right now. So what are the drops? The drops are we're focused on the US and in Canada right now, and on this drop talk. So in the US, they're a homeopathic blend. In Canada, they are an herbal blend. And what one of our chief science officer, what he says, and I love it, he says that, it's essentially like one's a Mercedes, one's a BMW. On the Autobahn, they're both going to get you to where you want to go. They just have different ingredients. And that's really just based on like Health Canada and what is available in the United States, things like that. So what the drops do is they are going to help you, like I mentioned, with that better sleep and better focus, helping with your cravings. I have customers who have called me and said, oh my gosh, I'm in my 70s and I've never craved vegetables, and I do now. And that is what I absolutely love. I noticed right away with the drops, my cortisol levels come down. I could feel them come down with the drops. So all of our products are doctor created and tested and proven, and I absolutely love that. And so I just love how we have these incredible products, these incredible drops, and they really do. They speak for themselves. The results that we have.
Yeah. You want me to pop in
Yeah,
here?
I would love for you to share.
Oh, um, sorry, I was like trying to switch the slides, but there's so many people coming in the call. I was like trying to do both. So I was like a bit of a delay. So sorry, everybody. I was like trying to run the waiting room, click the slides, and so my name's Billie Heggie, and I'm the Canadian counterpart. I'm from Alberta, and so I found out about these drops from my friend Anne, who you just heard from. And I did not actually see the post. She saw the post, and then she, like any good girlfriend would do, she said to me, "You know what, Billie? I think you need to try these." And she knew about things that I'd gone through in my health. I had some thyroid issues and whatnot. And so she said, I think you need to give these a try. And I'm feeling really great. And I can't believe my energy and all the things that she said, like she experienced. So I was kind of, I was just, you know what? Like at this point, I've tried everything. So why not? I'll give them a go. And so I ordered the drops. I started taking them. Hindsight, I realized I wasn't taking them right. I was not, I was taking, I was taking them right, but I was taking them not necessarily always with my food, whatever. It was fine. I've come to learn. But you guys, I put zero pressure on the drops to perform in terms of weight loss, all of those things. I didn't even know all of the other benefits. All I heard, and I can honestly tell you, I was like, all I really heard Anne say was the thyroid support. And I had just had a biopsy on my thyroid. So that was all that was on my mind, was supporting my thyroid in as naturally as possible. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. I'll give them a try. So fast forward, a couple weeks, chances are if you are on this call tonight, it's because you have been using the drops for a couple weeks or a couple months, whatever. And you're now here learning, okay, well, people are asking me what I'm doing. How do I share it with other people? That's what happened to me. And so I said to Anne, I said, okay, well, if I was going to share these with other people, how would I do that? Because I have people asking me about them. And lo and behold, we found out what it would take. We got it figured out, and in the next 12 days, I sold 30 boxes of these drops. And with just a couple, honestly, I didn't even put all the posts on Facebook that we normally would to share information. But I sold those 30 boxes. And so that's what I experienced. I was like, hey, my friends want to know what's going on. I didn't want to keep it to myself. And so that's what I said to Anne. I was like, hey, I know network marketing. I know this industry. I know how it works. And it's like affiliate marketing. People are on Amazon or on, social media all the time sharing Amazon links and this and that. And so I knew there would be some sort of opportunity to at least earn a little bit to help me pay for my own. That was really all I was interested in. And so it was wild. I just started to you guys, I started to share a little. I started to share a little, and for 6 months, I was into just sharing a little. I wanted to pay for my son's hockey fees. I wanted to buy myself a new winter coat for Christmas, pay for groceries, like just have that extra gap money in our family that I thought would be really nice. Maybe go get the odd pedicure, those sort of things. That's what I wanted, and just to help accommodate for the rising cost of living. I mean, let's face it, it doesn't matter where you live, the cost of living is increasing. I actually live in the country with the greatest food inflation in the world right now. That's our current situation. And so I just started sharing them. And I had friends who were doing, grabbing a box for me retail. And I had, customers that started out doing that. And then as I learned a little bit more, I learned I could help people get onto a subscription. They could subscribe and save on a monthly subscription. They would never run out of their drops. That's the best part about that. So if you're here today and you have been grabbing a box from your brand partner, you want to talk to them now about getting on a subscription, whether you get on a subscription and save 15% as a customer, or whether you want to get on a subscription as a brand partner, which is even bigger savings. I love the customer option because you never run out. You get your shipment on time every month, and there's nothing worse than if your brand partner is like out of drops and they're on a in between, and you message them up because you forgot to message them a week ago, and you're like, shoot, now I'm missing that week of lag time. So the beauty of this is you never have to worry about your brand partner having some on hand for you. Okay. But our favorite thing, the one we're going to really talk about the most, is become a brand partner. It's what Anne has done. It's what I did. And right now it's actually, the membership is free with any purchase until February 13th. And so normally you'd pay 29 in the US, 38 in Canada, but right now they're going to waive that fee with the purchase of some product. And so it's a really great time to say, hey, you know what? I love these products. I want to earn a little extra sharing them with other people. So before we move on though, I actually would love to ask you, what has been your experience? Tell us in the chat, what has been your experience with the drops? Because I know we have some people on here, whether you're a customer who's just been using the products for yourself and using the drops. Tell us what your experience has been. You guys, I have to share this with you before we move on. I had a call this morning with someone who is literally in right in this stage of becoming a brand partner herself, because she's in her 60s. She started using the drops in September. She's diabetic. And again, we're not making any medical claims. This was her personal experience. But she had you guys, she was taking doing 5 injections a day to keep her diabetes under control. She's now down to 2. Her A1C was at 18. It's down to 7. Her blood sugars are more stable. Her A1C, she said, is better than it's ever been. And she's down 19 pounds, just amongst other things. So, she had a bout with some prednisone. She's got some other health issues going on. It's helping her, we all know you can gain weight from that, And so it's just really like, it was so incredible seeing her have those results and feel that and see those results. So how do you get your hands on the drops? I'm going to let Anne share how she does it, how we do it in the United States, and then I'll share the Canadian numbers with you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Billie. And thanks for sharing all of that. And I love all of the testimonials in the chat. I have been so blown away myself by these drops. And I love that they target that foundational wellness that we all need. So with the packages that we recommend, or that we're going to talk about tonight, we have a lot of different packs, but the ones we're going to talk about tonight, the 4-pack, we really focus on the 4-pack being like the customer pack, whether it's getting you set up for 120 days on the drops and having your supply on hand, or maybe you want to grab a few friends and you each do it together and you sell 3 boxes and get yours for free. Or whether it's, your significant other and you are going to each have 2 months worth. Either way, in the US, it retails for $3.71. And so when you sell each one of those boxes, like if you turn around and sold those, then you're going to profit $2.97. When I got started, we didn't have the 30-pack, so I actually started with a 10-pack. And the cost for the 10-pack is $8.79. When you sell those each for $167, that's what we sell them for, your profit's going to be $7.91. And what I love is that when you sell, like for example, if you get the 4-pack and you sell 3 of them, it pays for your pack. When you get the 10-pack and you sell 6, it pays for your pack. Now, if you have that business mind, the 30-pack is going to get your attention, and this is why. The 30-pack is $24.99. When you turn around and sell each one of those boxes of drops for $167, when you sell 15, the rest is profit. And so you're going to profit your total profit's going to be $2,500, over $2,500. And so your return on investment is higher with that. The other thing that the 30-pack does is that when you become a brand partner here, we have a 4-week window of time the goal, if you want to create a reoccurring income here, like Billie and I do, if that is of interest to you, then we want to help you get to this thing called top pay. And when you get to top pay, you can actually do it in one day with the 30 pack, or you can do it with several orders. But the goal is to get there within that first 4 weeks, within your first 4 Fridays, so that you can be at top pay for life. And that's the thing that sets this company apart from every other company, is that you get there and you're there for life. It's established for life. And that is just, it's phenomenal. Billie, you want to talk about Canada?
I was
Oh,
muted. Sorry
muted.
about that.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was worried you guys could hear my little wiener dog snoring here that's sitting on my lap. So I muted myself. So in Canada, you guys, it's very much the same concept. Okay. So in Canada, we have a 4, 10, or a 30 is really what the customer pack, the 4 pack is great for a customer, and the 10 pack is a great place to start as a brand partner. And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to pay shipping 3 times, I want to just get my 30 pack, go ultimate, and get it done and out of the way and have those drops on hand, then you're going to be very surprised. I would actually love to know in the chat, where did you, if you are in the business, if you're here with a guest tonight and you're on this call, you are I would love to know what your experience was. So you guys, I had no idea. It was like a game to me. When I started, I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy some drops, and my goal is before they get to my door, I'm gonna have those drops sold. And so what I love about that is it was a game. And then it became, this thing and this challenge for me to have those drops, have someone owning those drops before they got to me. And so in Canada, we do the 4 pack. We sell each box at 200 before tax and shipping is factored in. Just keep it easy for explanation purposes before we factor in sales tax and all of that. And so just to give you an example, on a 4 pack, you would, similar idea to what Anne just explained. You'd make $300. On a 10 pack, you'd make just over $800. And on a 30 pack, you'd make just over $2,500. Now, the thing to keep in mind is, like Anne mentioned, that ultimate status, once you go ultimate, you're going to make even more on your sales, which is really cool. So someone asked to see that little snoring dog. So here he is. This is Rudy.
Hi,
He's
Rudy.
he's generally here. You might hear him, but you usually don't see him. So it's really, really cool. And what we do is we teach you how to turn, we're not going to just say, hey, figure it out, have fun with those 30 boxes. No, we're going to show you how to turn your social media into a profit using our proven system of growth. Our SOG is kind of what we call it. It's a done for you system. We're going to show you how to download the apps. They're free. You can download it onto your board, download an app called Boards. And we're going to show you how to take the product, how to market it to your friends, family, people on Facebook, you're going to have people messaging you. Mark my words. You'll have people messaging you that you don't even know, saying, hey, tell me more about those drops. Because what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to turn your social media into something that, you don't just get into the scroll hole and it doesn't just cost you time. Now we're going to show you how you can help your social media make you money. So we are going to show you how to take those drops and get them into the hands of everyone. And so I'm going to turn this over to you, Anne, for you to cover this, because it's such, I mean, if you are here right now for a good reason, and it's no accident that you're hearing about this today. And so I'm going to turn over to you, Anne. You can share that.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. So I have been in this industry for 23 years. I think, Billie, you've been in for
21.
21. So we were with one company for a really long time, and then felt the tug to leave there and ended up here. And we are absolutely blown away by what we have here at Partner Co. So in February of this year, the company is going to be 3 years old. And we are already in massive momentum globally. Like I mentioned before, we're in over 50 markets around the world, which is incredible because we have the infrastructure. I mean, the infrastructure is there and it's working globally. We're going to be launching in India, which is a whole nother like massive market. Like that's mind blowing. And so what I want you to understand is that I actually have been part of a company now. It was a much smaller scale. I want you to understand that. But I was part of this growth and hyper growth with my previous platform, okay? So I understand what this means because I've seen it before, but we were only in like a few countries and we're in over 50 markets. Brian just put it in the chat. Like you guys, so what I want you to understand and frankly, if you're in the US and in Canada, and chances are you are if you're on this call, we are really leading the way globally with our growth. And one of the reasons why is that we have incredible leadership. I mean, we have awesome owners, okay, but we have incredible leadership, and we have awesome leaders here in the US that are leading the way and teaching and training us. We have the tools like the boards that Billie just talked about. And one of the things that we do on our team, but I really believe everyone does, is that we all want when you order your product, we want to have them sold as many as possible by the time they get to your door, like the game that Billie played with herself, right? And it's happening. And so when you follow our system of growth, what happens is that I really believe worst case scenario, 30 days, you're going to sell 30 boxes. That's the worst case scenario. You saw in the chat, some people, it was within a week. Some people, they sold 30 boxes. Some people, it's in a day. Some people, it might take 3 weeks. It might take 4 weeks. But either way, it's an incredible opportunity. And this product is helping people get healthier. And so this opportunity, when I remember how I talked about those mega trends, all of our products fall into these mega trends that are multi-billion-dollar categories globally. So what does that mean for us? That means for us, if we focus and we share the product and we share the business with people and we let them decide at what level they want to get involved, we are going to experience this growth and hyper growth, and it's going to change the trajectory of anyone who says yes and puts their head down and works and builds this with us globally. It's going to change the trajectory of your life and your family's lives for generations to come. And that's what I love here is that our owners are all about having a 50-year plan in place. They're working on a 100-year plan. You guys, I've never heard of that before, where the owners are so committed to working. And that's why the name of our company is Partner Co, is because our owners are committed to partnering with us to build something extraordinary that's never happened before.
Amazing. It makes me so excited to think about just really the opportunity that's here at our fingertips. And, we have like over 50 markets to grow our business in. I just had in a team chat today, someone enrolled in Tulum, Mexico on my team.
Awesome.
Never had anyone in, like just the excitement of there's, just the opportunity where when we're talking to people literally all over the world, chances are if we're talking to them, they're in some sort of an English speaking country a little bit, or Spanish or whatnot. They're in the very, those common countries that are, I say interwoven throughout the world. The world is a small place now, right? And we're also connected to everyone via social media, and people are just so more mobile. And thinking about that it makes it exciting, thinking about the fact that your biggest player is not even on your team yet. Your biggest player, you can be. I love, you guys, 1 year ago today, I did not have a team in this company. And I made a decision to plug into that system of growth. And I said to Anne, I said, okay, if I'm going to do it. And here we are today. And you guys, it's completely changed my family's life. And it's really incredible. I cannot stress enough how much um how much growth we're going to see in this company. And the only thing that you have to decide is whether you want to be a part of it or not. And I really want to encourage you to be a part of it. It's unlike anything that I've ever seen. And surely you know someone who could benefit from the products, the business, or both. And so we just like to really encourage you, get in where you fit in. There's no right or wrong way to get started. Get in where you fit in, and let us lead the way. And we would love to partner with you, and get back with the person who shared this recording with you and say, hey, I have questions about this, this, and this. We have so many more resources we can share with you about how we make money. You can do deeper dives on the products, things like that. But please get back with the person that invited you here, and just make sure you get all your questions answered and really make an educated decision. If you're going to say no, make it an educated one. And if you're going to say yes, then jump in and join us, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to get healthier. You're going to improve your finances, and your life could look very different at the end of 2026. Anything you want to add before we stop the recording, Anne?
I just want to add, the only thing I want to add is that if you have questions, we'll stop the recording and you're welcome to stay on. I'm happy to answer any questions. If I don't know the answer, we'll find out the answer. But yes, get in where you fit in. And, I want you to, like what I've been able to do here with Partner Co., and I think Billie's the same, is we are dreaming again. We are
Mm-hmm.
dreaming again. And so,
Yes.
a lot of things in our culture right now have probably forced us to, like, I don't know, quit dreaming. And if this resonates with you, I want you to start dreaming again and to know that there's hope for your future, that these products are going to help you at the cellular level, to reclaim your wellness like I've been able to and Billie's been able to. And this business, if you partner with us and lock arms with us, I promise, and we all do it together, you are going to see, you're going to be blown away by the abundance that is going to chase you for the rest of your life. So thanks so much, Billie, for doing this with me tonight.
You bet. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us live. So feel free to hang out and ask some questions, and we're going to just stop the recording.